right. Kevin, are we live? We're live. Okay, give me 1 sec. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Live from the mothership. MECW Control Center. Has the signal been transmitted? Yes. Okay, we're live. Live from the mothership, aka MECW Control Towers. From parts unknown. Tonight we're transmitting live from Phoenix, Arizona, as Main Event Championship Wrestling is live and on the air. Hope everybody had a good week. I am your host with the most, the Main Event, Matt Starr. And we are ready to kick off yet another, I'm sure will be a great episode of Main Event Championship Wrestling. With a special surprise tonight. I got a little surprise. So, we established last week that North Star Championship Wrestling was having some issues transmitting their signal to the wonderful service of Twitch TV. So, with that being said, fans were upset, rioting in the streets, in the snow in Minnesota. As you can imagine, it's a horrible scene. So, leave it to the main event. Leave it to Matt Starr to jump in, and graciously, I have taken over North Star Championship Wrestling tonight, and after Main Event Championship Wrestling, the mothership, the control center at MECW, will transport their signal from Phoenix, Arizona to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and live exclusively on the MECW network. Main Event Matt Starr presents North Star Championship Wrestling. It may very well be the highest rated episode of North Star possibly ever. Who knows? Who knows? This sounds really complex. It's what happens when you're the biggest wrestling E-Fed promotion in the world. Kevin has a lot of work to do tonight. Kevin, the stream better not go down. If the stream goes down, it's all your fault. With that being said, again, here we are in the control center. Tonight we got Main Event Championship Wrestling. And we're going to start the show off with The Miz. Actually, I was not prepared for our theme song to play. I hit the button way too soon. But that's okay. Alright, there's our new theme song for MECW. Alright, so tonight, we've got one heck of a show store for you. But we're going to kick things off. Look at tonight's main event. We've got a co-main event tonight as the MECW World Heavyweight Title Tournament continues. In the semifinals, it will be The Miz taking on Sting. And in our main event, 2 weeks in a row, we got dream matches galore going on over here. We've got the phenomenal AJ Styles taking on Macho Man Randy Savage in another semi-main event, or I'm sorry, semi-round match for the MECW World Heavyweight title that will be decided at our first pay-per-view event. That will be, what, 3 weeks from now? 3 weeks from now, at our first pay-per-view, we will crown our first champion at this currently unnamed pay-per-view. I'll work on it. We just announced it right now. But up first, we're going to start the show off. One of the 4 members still in the tournament, The Miz, apparently has something he would like to get off his chest. So let's go to the ring, Kevin. Sorry, I was having a off-camera conversation, off-microphone conversation with Kevin there. How we're going to pull off transcoding our transmission from Phoenix, Arizona to Minneapolis, Minnesota flawlessly. It's going to be quite the challenge for the MECW network tonight, but I think we'll be able to pull it off.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Awesome! I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. You say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade. I came to play. Get my dues paid. I guess you had a dream, but it can't be saved. I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray.
See what The Miz has to say here. Whoa. Ah, Kevin, there's an echo. There's a little something you should know about me. I didn't get to where I am by pretending to be the best. I got here by actually being the best. Sad thing is, there are certain superstars who don't know the difference between pretending and being. So I'm out here tonight because it seems I'm going to have to teach a lesson. We must be talking about Sting in their big main event match tonight. I've been on this bridge many times. Me across from somebody else. Someone who's good, maybe even great. But you know what happens? Every single time they get thrown off the bridge and I cross it. Miz, I believe that is called murder. Once you're speaking metaphorically. Then we here at MECW could condone metaphorically throwing people off bridges, I suppose. I'm out here to put the entire MECW on notice. I'm not going to be overlooked anymore. I've earned the right to be seen and heard. Those of you who don't agree with me can come down to the ring right now and try to stop me. Miz throwing out the challenges. He's already got a match tonight. I don't know if I'd be calling people out. Not a wise idea. Something tells me that deep down the locker room knows the truth. You know I'm the better man. It keeps you up at night. You all lay there in bed, eyes wide open, unable to sleep, because you know I'm going to take everything you have. Look at the promo performance by The Miz. He's got the people eating out of the palm of his hands. Yeah, The Miz sounds different. You can deny it all you want, but it's not going to change anything. I'm not going anywhere. And the only place the rest of the MECW superstars are going to find themselves is the unemployment line. That's what happens when you step in the ring with me. I end careers, and whoever thinks otherwise is next. Look at this. The Miz has a full bar going. Wow. Strong words from The Miz. Kick off the show. You definitely feel his confidence going into this big match with Sting later tonight. He's definitely trying to put the entire MECW roster on notice. He wants to be the first MECW World Heavyweight Champion. That is for damn sure. So I think last week, Stunning Steve Austin got kind of a bad rap. Things didn't exactly go his way against the Macho Man Randy Savage last week. Even with interference from Paul Heyman, I think that Steve definitely fell a little short. But tonight he has a chance to get things back on track a little bit. He's going to take on a young upstart from the MECW Performance Center. His name's Vin Vegas. So we're going to get back to Phoenix, Arizona once Kevin cues up the theme song here. You about got it, Kevin? I mean, this is a high budget production we're running here. I mean, you can't be stalling things out like theme songs. You know? I mean, the people are waiting. People are waiting on this match right now. Vin Vegas and Stunning Steve Austin. It's a main event anywhere. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Cincinnati, Ohio. Not quite in Phoenix, Arizona. But we're going live. We're going live. Back to Phoenix. Back to Phoenix for Vin Vegas. He's taking on Stunning Steve Austin with the maybe one of the best managers in the world, Paul Heyman, in his corner. Let's go now. Some members of the MECW universe are thinking Vin's going to pull off the upset here. I mean, now would be the time, right? Now would be the perfect opportunity. Steve coming off a loss. Maybe his confidence not quite as high as it normally would be. Why is Paul Heyman not in his corner in the picture? Kevin, you fucked up the graphics. Kevin. Really? Like, what's going on here, bud? You forgot to put Paul in the graphic. Now I'm going to have to hear it from Heyman for the next week and a half. Unbelievable. The amateurs I'm working with here. We said we were going to set a new standard with main event championship wrestling. You're letting me down here, Kevin. Alright. So, already in the ring is Vin Vegas. And now his opponent, Stunning Steve Austin, makes his way to the ring. Alright, so here we go. Vin Vegas has been impressing a lot of people in MECW with his work at the Performance Center. That's why he was gifted this opportunity to try to showcase what he's got in front of the entire MECW universe tonight. He's got a gigantic challenge ahead of him by trying to take out Stunning Steve. Steve hits the youngster with a big neck breaker. Truck thinks Vin's going to win this with a roll-up. We'll see. He whips Vin into the corner. Big arm drag. Hip toss takeover. Look at this. Steve's going for the turnbuckle. He's taking the top turnbuckle off. Vin's tied up in the ropes. Austin with a kick to the gut. Can't believe that ref hasn't noticed that the top turnbuckle pad has been ripped off. Only the best quality referees we can afford here in MECW. What can I say? Austin working over the arm of Vin Vegas. Austin definitely frustrated that he's competing in this match tonight and not in the MECW World Heavyweight Title Tournament. Austin just putting the youngster through the ringers here. Putting the knee in the back as he torques back on the face of Vin Vegas. But, you know, it sounds like Vin's already got some fans here in the MECW universe. They're cheering him on. I don't know about the stunning... James says, I don't know about this stunning Steve guy. Just doesn't seem like a main eventer. Well, he lost to the Macho Man. If you want to be a main eventer in MECW, you gotta string some wins together. Vin Vegas whips Austin into the turnbuckle that he exposed the post on. Look at this, Vin making a bit of a comeback here. Look at this, nice submission maneuver as he torques back, maybe trying to get this submission. He's working over that back of Austin. Austin thought he would take advantage of the referee being completely stupid and not paying attention, but it came back to haunt him. Austin now whips Vin into the corner. Austin picks Vin up to the top rope, maybe looking for a superplex. There's Austin all the way on the top. Huge superplex. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Vin's hanging in here. The youngster's definitely got some toughness to him. Austin sets up. Pile driver. Dumps Vin on his head and neck. Now he goes for the cover. That might be all. 1, 2. No, Vin kicks out at 2. The youngster's still in it. Austin can't believe it. He can't put Vin Vegas away. Punch to the back. Now he's putting Vin over into the ropes. Look at this. Slingshot. Goes for the cover. That's going to be all. A stunning Steve. No! Vin kicks out at 2. The heart of this youngster. He's winning over the MECW Universe. The MECW Universe. Is that a chant of Finn? Or I'm sorry, Vin? I'm hearing the chant of Vin. Austin goes for the cover. 1, 2, foot on the ropes. Only a 2 count. Austin picks Vin up, drapes him over the top rope. Vin Vegas came in here, a relative unknown, and he's trying to make himself a superstar tonight. Stunning Steve not having much of it, though. Drapes the leg. He's just taking the youngster to school now. I mean, what do you do if you're Stunning Steve? You don't know what this kid's made of. Apparently a lot more than you thought, right? This Vin guy's impressive. I'd sign him. Who knew? Man, I didn't even know. Whenever I signed Vin to the Performance Center contract, I didn't know he had this kind of performance in him. 2 count again. Austin. Big leg drop. I think he hurt himself there. I'm not quite sure. Austin, he's so frustrated he doesn't know what to do right now. A stomp to the back. Repeatedly. Punishing the youngster. And Vin Vegas. Oh, here he comes. He's firing back. No, Austin, he shuts that off early. Big suplex. A stomp right on the face. Austin's already ran through a lot of his repertoire of moves and hasn't put this youngster away yet. He's going for the pile driver again. Another big pile driver. That's got to be it. Surely Vin will kick out of that one. 1, 2. Vin kicks out again. Look at the crowd in the background. Can we get a Vin chant going in the chat for this kid? This kid's putting it all on the line to try to make a name for himself. He might be the next contracted wrestler in MECW, I'm not going to lie. A brain buster. Oh my lord. Now that's gotta be it. 1, 2, and Stunning Steve finally puts Vin Vegas away. Wow. Tell you what, Stunning Steve. He had to throw it all out there to try to put Vin away. I'll tell you what, I was not expecting that performance out of Vin Vegas. I tell you what, round of applause for Vin Vegas. Guy coming out of the MECW Performance Center just looking for an opportunity. He showed a lot of heart tonight and a lot of things to prove that he might be a huge potential star here in MECW. But this was it right here, the big brain buster. Dropped him on that stack of dimes he calls a neck. Paul Heyman, I think Paul was a little nervous there. He saw the name on the contract line said Vin Vegas. He wasn't expecting much. I don't think Steve was either. Great 3.5 star match there. As we'll take a look, Vin Vegas gained -2 in egotistical. Perseverance +2, definitely so. And gained 3 in bold. It's very bold to jump in the ring with Stunning Steve like that. Austin lost 6 in prideful, -3 in bold, and also got the momentum boost. But Stunning Steve is he was walking up the ramp, but apparently he's coming back to the ring. Let's see what Stunning Steve has to say here. Apparently he's going for a mic. He's going to cut a promo. Vin came to the ring as an unknown and now will leave with the entire crowd on his side. Basically, if I were Stunning Steve, I don't think I would say anything about Vin Vegas. I believe I would just leave that alone. Now, we know Austin, he was fuming backstage after his loss to the Macho Man. So you know that has to be a bit of a sore spot here. So maybe he's got some type of comment on his loss last week to the Macho Man. Let's go back to the ring in Phoenix and check it out. Yeah, he's coming back to the ring. Paul did not come down with him. Vin Vegas is trending on Twitter worldwide right now. What a performance by the youngster. Austin, he seems like he's not very happy right now. I don't think I would be either. A coward lives in the shadows waiting for the perfect moment to strike. A coward is afraid to show their face because they can't handle the burdens of their actions. A coward is like all of you sitting in the audience, watching from their comfortable seats while injustice transports. I couldn't read all that. There's no way. Kevin, we're going to need longer subtitles. Look, I know I've got swagger, and I got a lot of it because I earned it. On the streets and in the ring. What? Well, there's a guy back there who thinks I haven't earned it, and I'm not about to let that stand. It's a very uncharacteristic promo by Stunning Steve Austin. You want to make a name for yourself, Randy Savage? Come on out and take your best shot. I don't mind waiting myself, but if you take too long, these people might think you have a yellow streak. Randy Savage comes through the lights like a ghost. All right, let's see what the Macho Man has to say. You all know me and what I'm all about. And you know that I'm about a lot of things. That I'm a lot of things. But one thing I'm not is a coward. I stand up for what I believe in, and when someone wants to settle a score with me, I come out and settle it. Who in the blue hell do you think you are coming out here and interrupting me? You aren't worthy enough to be in my presence. God, I can't read tonight. Be in my presence. You're a nobody. The lowest on the totem pole. The bottom of the pyramid. Hell, you're not even good enough to lace up my boots. Steve's getting a little intense here. Despite the fact Macho beat him last week. Everyone around here knows that when I step inside this ring, I don't hold back. I take every superstar around here to the limit. And I prevail every time. So I'm offering a few words of caution because the longer you continue this, the more dangerous it becomes for you. You're one of a kind, I have to tell you. I don't think I've met a superstar who's as spit-droolingly stupid as you. You're the reason that gene pool needs a lifeguard. Spit-drooling... Austin. That's going to be trending on Twitter. I ain't got much patience. Mama always told me that wasn't my best quality. But bruh, really Macho, bruh, you got me about to snap right now. And Mama don't like it when I snap. But Mama ain't here, is she? What the fuck is happening right now? What is this? All your talk is just that, talk. I can't wrestle, and you can't wrestle, and everyone here knows it. If you try to prove me wrong, you'll just embarrass yourself. So head back to the playpen, little boy. This is getting nonsensical. Was that a challenge or a dodge? It sounded more like a political speech with all those verbal gymnastics. Let me make things super clear for you. I want a match whether you like it or not. We're going to fight. And I'm going to leave you on this mat staring at the lights wondering why... something. Maybe I was unclear before. Let me be straight with you now. I want to fight you. I want to hurt you. And if you duck me one more time, I guarantee your whole life is going to be turned upside down. There you go. Finally, we got there. Stunning Steve is throwing down the challenge to the Macho Man. It only took 10 lines of dialogue to get there. I don't care what you think. I don't care what the WWE Universe thinks. It's all just noise fueling me. So you know what? Let's make it happen. Let's do this right now. No more waiting. Get the ref. Just kidding. I told you I don't care what anyone else thinks. What? What is What just can... That's what okay. That promo went off the rails quickly. Steve Austin challenged Macho, took back his challenge, challenged him again. Or wait. Stunning Steve called out the Macho Man, wondered why he came out, challenged him to a match, and then unchallenged him to a match. Yet he won the promo. Hashtag because universe mode. I think we're just going to move on from that. I think we're just gonna move on. I'm not quite sure what that was, to be honest. Alright. Back in the command center. So we all saw Savage lost for saying bruh. So last week we saw the debut of Daryl. Now, we didn't know much about Daryl last week. He just looks like a dirty trucker who probably has not bathed maybe in years. He was a guy that Bobby Heenan brought in to compete against his new client in his debut match, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Well, we did some research here at MECW, and turns out, crazy world, right? Daryl is the unknown child of Jimmy Jam Garvin. Apparently, Jimmy Jam had a one night stand at the back of a Waffle House at 3 in the morning back in 1992. And due to that wonderful occurrence in time, now we have to live with Daryl. Daryl Garvin. Dirty Daryl Garvin. So, when Jimmy Jam saw Daryl last week taking a beating after the match at the hands of Greg Valentine, I was contacted by Jimmy Jam himself, and he said he wanted a match with Greg the Hammer tonight here in MECW. If it was 1992, that makes him what? He's 25 years old. He looks like he's like 48. So Kevin is churning up the theme songs here as we get ready to send us back to Phoenix, Arizona. Greg the Hammer Valentine against Jimmy Jam Garvin. This should be interesting. Well, man, Bobby Heenan will be in the corner of his client Greg Valentine, of course, and Daryl is going to be in the corner of, I guess it's his father now. I guess we have to refer to him as Daryl Garvin. So, here we go. Kevin, are we ready? All right, Kevin's giving us the cue. We're heading back to Phoenix, Arizona. Let's go check out Greg the Hammer Valentine taking on, in his MECW debut, Jimmy Jam Garvin. Let me know who you guys think is going to pick up the victory in the chat. And if you guys are new to the channel and haven't already, make sure that you smash that follow button so you don't miss a single time. MECW is online and streaming every Sunday night at 10:30 Central Time. Look at the mustache. You can see a little bit of family resemblance there. I mean, the mustache. Both have got the crazy eyes. Both look like they've seen better days in 1986. I mean, Daryl's shirt was white at one point. Look how much dirt, grime, and sweat's on that thing. That thing has got to be... That thing... The washing machine took one look at his shirt and just said, nope. Alright, now we're ready to go. Back to the arena in Phoenix, Arizona. As here comes Greg the Hammer Valentine. We thought some of this looked familiar last week. Daryl did the exact same mannerisms as his father last week. We should have known. We should have known. All right. So Look at this. Daryl shaking hands with his father. What is happening? What? How did Jimmy Jam get behind? Is he what just hit? What? I'm sorry? What just happened there? Was that a distraction? Meva might come back someday. You never know. Daryl shook hands with Jimmy Jam in the center of the ring, and then we cut, and Jimmy Jam is behind Greg the Hammer. Did we miss something, Kevin? Did the feed go dead for like a minute? Did we miss something? I don't know. Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Garvin takes Greg the Hammer down after he was arguing with Bobby Heenan. Tell you what, this feud has definitely taken an unexpected turn now that we have Jimmy Garvin here in MECW. Oh, with a boot to the face to the Hammer. Big cross body. Not known for going off the top rope as Jimmy Jam. Greg the Hammer picks him up, throws him down. I kept referring to the Hammer last week as the grizzled vet of MECW. Maybe that's what Jimmy Jam is going against. He wants to be the grizzled vet. Look at that roll through. These two old guys still got it. Jam with an elbow to the back. Takes the Hammer down. Is he Man Mountain Rock? Yeah, he's got enough body hair to be Man Mountain Rock. Garvin with the DDT onto the Hammer. Valentine whips Garvin into the ropes. Big back body drop. Heenan, other than jaw jacking with Jimmy at the very beginning, not really gotten involved yet. Hammer with a big forearm. And now he's going to look to take out the knee. Might be setting him up for that figure four leg lock. Hammer goes up to the middle rope. He's waiting for Garvin to get up. He's telling him to get up. Big forearm from the top. He pulls Garvin back up. Garvin with a forearm of his own. Garvin looking for a suplex. Almost more of a brainbuster like we saw out of Stunning Steve. Garvin goes for a cover. 1, 2. Only 2 count. Garvin looking to his son, wondering what it's going to take to put the Hammer away. Greg Valentine brutalized poor Daryl last week. We're not even sure Daryl is a licensed wrestler. We think Bobby Heenan just pulled him out of some truck stop and said, "Hey kid, you want to make $50 tonight?" Maybe he's going into training with his father now to potentially become a professional wrestler. Because the Hammer walking around, proving that he's the best. He's undefeated so far in MECW competition. Then again, he hasn't even fought an actual MECW wrestler yet. So this is maybe his first night to do so. The first DDT. Put a big elbow right across the bridge of the nose of Jimmy Jam. Jimmy Jam fires back up though. Turns out MECW turned into the old folks home really quick. Now the Hammer, he's going to lay another elbow in. Daryl cheering his father on. Oh, right across the nose again. The Hammer. His offense isn't pretty. It's not pretty at all, but it's very effective. And the big elbow to the back of the neck. We're 1 viewer away from the 20 viewer hype. 1, 2. Garvin kicks out at 2. Hammer can't believe it. He's brutalizing the poor man. He might be setting up for the finish though here. He's waiting for Garvin to get up. Here comes the figure four. Bobby loves it. He's cheering on Greg the Hammer. Can the Hammer put away both the father and the son? Garvin. Oh, he taps out. He's had enough. Greg the Hammer goes 2-0 in MECW competition as he defeats Jimmy Jam Garvin. Things are not going the way the Garvin family thought it would. Garvin thought that might have been it. Hit a huge brain buster. But it was only a 2 count. As Greg the Hammer gets the shoulder up right after the 2 count. But this was the beginning of the end. A huge elbow to the back of the head. I tell you what, Bobby Heenan has got Greg the Hammer rolling. He might be a contender for the MECW World Heavyweight title. But he is for sure already entered in. I was told this afternoon that at our first pay-per-view we will be having a 10-man over-the-top rope battle royal to decide who is the first ever MECW Twitch television champion. And the first person that was entered into the battle royal was Greg the Hammer Valentine, presented by Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby cheers on the Hammer. So Greg the Hammer puts away both Daryl and Jimmy Garvin. So maybe next week we'll see him line up against some real competition. A 3-star match. Greg Valentine lost 5 points in disrespectful. And he's got that status boost of winning a couple matches in a row for sure. Jimmy Jam lost 2 in egotistical. Probably by trying to defend the honor of his son. Quite the interesting match that was. But up next, we've got the first of our 2 main events. As the MECW World Heavyweight title tournament continues. As it's Sting, who defeated Razor Ramon last week to move on. He will take on The Miz, who defeated the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the Macho Man Randy Savage in the main event of our first ever pay-per-view 3 weeks from tonight. Live right here on the MECW network. Maurice in the corner of The Miz. Definitely might play into the match here. We heard from The Miz earlier tonight. He sounds very confident going into this match and potentially the very first pay-per-view. So let's go back to the ring in Phoenix and let's see what happens.
your final word.
All right, so here we go. Semi-final action. The Miz grabs Sting immediately. We heard from The Miz earlier tonight. Confidence is definitely sky high. Sting getting taken to the ringers here. Sting, no slouch either. Had to put away Razor Ramon last week. That was a bit of a surprise for everybody. Razor from the Authors of Pain being given the Razor Ramon gimmick, thanks to me, due to still owning the intellectual properties of the Razor Ramon character. It was a surprise for everybody but me, because I knew it was going to be over huge, and we might not have seen the end of Razor Ramon tonight. You know what I mean? Is the Miz going up to the top? Look at this, the Miz, not known to go up top, but probably shouldn't have there. It cost him dearly. Missed that big elbow. And now Sting looking to take over. Sting grabs the Miz. Atomic drop. Definitely, he's going to go for it again. Definitely needs to capitalize on that mistake that the Miz made. Big DDT. I'd look for a cover. He goes for a stomp instead. Big elbow to the back. Sting now picking up the Miz. See what he does. Goes for another DDT. Sting's going to go to the top now. Maybe look for that big stinger splash off the... Whoa, he shifted his feet really quick. Miz stands up. Sting hits a huge forearm off the top. Sting still not going for a cover, though. Just staring down the ref, or maybe Maurice. I don't know what he was doing there. Miz uses that time to take advantage and get a swinging neckbreaker in. Miz is going to go to the middle rope now. Drops an elbow across the throat of Sting. He might be setting up for skull-crushing finale? No? Sting with a big elbow to block it. Sting picks up the Miz on his shoulders. Huge Samoan drop. Now he finally goes for a cover attempt. One. Only a one count. Still going to be a lot more than that. Put away the Miz. Maurice has not gotten involved, but don't forget that Maurice is in the corner of the Miz. Sting looking for the Stinger Death Drop. Now what's Sting doing? He's going to go back to the top again. Top rope has definitely gotten the use in this match. Sting with a huge splash. Thought he might have gone for a cover. This has been a match of missed opportunities for Sting. That will definitely play into the end here. If he's had plenty of opportunities to go for a pinfall attempt, but he hasn't. He's going to hit a tombstone. Oh, there's Maurice. Now she's getting involved. Sting might be looking for the Scorpion Deathlock now. I think Maurice was messing with the Scorpion Death Drop by Sting. I think Maurice was messing with the turnbuckle pad there. Sting goes for the cover. 1, 2. Miz kicks out at 2. So the distraction from the ref was at least enough to let the Miz recover a little bit. Oh, Miz with a rake of the eyes. And hits a running knee. Now he's going to go for a cover. 1, 2. And the Miz wins just like that. Did he knock Sting out? Holy cow. I think Miz knocked Sting out with that running knee. Holy smokes. What a shock. I think Sting may be concussed, guys. I don't think Sting's not moving. I mean, sure, Miz had that elbow or that knee pad on, but he came running at Sting. Let's see if we can get a shot of it. Kevin, can we get a shot of that running knee? So Sting hit the Scorpion Death Drop. He went for the cover here. Got a 2 count. So that was setting up to the end here. Miz with the rake of the eyes. And wham! Right in the face, right underneath the chin. And the Miz is moving on to the finals to potentially be the first ever MECW World Heavyweight Champion. As the ref is assisting Sting. A little concerned for the condition of Sting now. But the Miz... Sting has not moved. He is barely moving. But the Miz doesn't care at all. He's too busy celebrating. But he definitely put away... He's put away Dusty Rhodes and he's put away Sting now. So with that huge knee right on the chin... Can we get a highlight of that? I want to see this. Kevin's pulling up the highlight reels here. No, Kevin. Wrong camera, Kevin. Kevin, we need that's Sting's entrance. That's the... Okay, we need like this one then. Nope, that's the tombstone. Kevin, which camera was it, Kevin? Did you miss it? There it is. Okay. I actually need to save this real quick for future reference. Highlight packages will be made for the pay-per-view. Bam! Right there. The rake of the eyes, underneath the chin, taking Sting out. Unbelievable. The Miz, with that move right there, takes out the Stinger, and he will go to the main event of our first pay-per-view. Unreal. I was not expecting that at all. I don't think anybody was. But the Miz made good on his word there. So, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the news, but earlier today, Darren Young was released from World Wrestling Entertainment. And now, he is here. Mr. No Days Off is going to make his MECW debut tonight against another individual making his MECW debut, as it is going to be Darren Young against the Man Beast Rhino. I was pretty shocked at the news today by the WWE releasing Emma, Summer Rae, and Darren Young. Emma especially. I mean, you just built Emma up to face Asuka, and now she's gone? Just like that? She's going to fit right in on the MECW roster. We already saw Summer Rae last week, as she is the lady of the evening, let's say, with Nature Boy Ric Flair. But Kevin's telling me that we're ready, so it's time to go back to the arena in Phoenix, Arizona, as we've got Darren Young going up against Rhino. Let's see if one of these guys can make an impact here in MECW. Darren Young heard the news. He got the phone call today, and he immediately called me. He immediately called and wanted an opportunity, and I'm definitely giving him one tonight. So here we go. We've got Darren Young versus Rhino. Let me know who you guys think is going to pull out the victory in the chat. Definitely no slouch for Darren Young tonight. Rhino, a vet that's been all over the place. He's a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Former WWE Tag Team Champion. I believe he won the Intercontinental title once or twice. Darren Young looking for an opportunity, though. Looking for a chance to make a name for himself. Beating a seasoned vet like Rhino in his debut match here. Definitely be a way to set the stage for potentially making a name and a career for himself here in MECW. He hits a big DDT for Rhino. Darren Young, he's going to do it again. Mr. No Days Off. Literally got fired today, right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Took a quick flight so he could be here tonight. Darren Young laying into Rhino with these DDTs. Makes me wonder if that's the only thing he can do. Oh, he just shoves Rhino off. Big German suplex. Darren Young picks up Rhino. Big slam. Follows it up with more stomping. This is probably the most aggressive I've seen Darren Young in a match. To be honest and fair. Oh, the ref gets taken out. Oh, my Lord. Rhino with a jawbreaker. My goodness. That referee basically got gored by Rhino. Rhino with a big neck breaker. The referee chose not to go with a disqualification. It kind of looked like Darren Young purposely threw Rhino into the ref. But the referee may have just been at the wrong place at the wrong time. Rhino dumps Darren Young on his neck. Now he's going to slow things down a bit with a nerve pinch right in that shoulder, that trapezius muscle. He pulls Darren Young back up. Goes for another reverse DDT. I think the DDT is the move of the night. Everybody and their mother have been using the DDT. Darren Young with a big flying forearm. Looking for a big break here. Sits on Rhino. My goodness. That is a lot of body weight crashing down on your rib cage. Darren with a big suplex. He's picking him up. The big gut buster. Is that enough to put Rhino away? He's going to go to the top first. I don't know, maybe wasting time. You hit your finisher and you don't capitalize. Man, what a stupid mistake from Darren Young. That might... Oh, he's going to go for the crossface chicken wing. My bad. That was the plan all along. His mentor, Bob Backlund. And Rhino taps out. My apologies, Darren Young. I forgot about that whole run with Bob Backlund there. So Darren Young, how about that? Impressive action. Hits the gut buster. Calls to the crowd. He's like, I'm going to finish this guy off with the crossface chicken wing. So Darren Young went from a rough day to a great day as he puts away Rhino just like that. Look at Darren Young celebrating. And just like that, maybe potentially a new star could be born here in MECW. I'll tell you what, I was so impressed with that performance. I think I'm going to throw him in the Twitch television title battle royal at our first pay-per-view. He lost 2 stats in Prideful, 5 in Disrespectful. He gained 2 in Bold. He also got that stat boost. Rhino gained 2 in Pride and 2 in Bold for taking on this match. on such short notice. That might have been part of it as well. Rhino wasn't prepared for Darren Young tonight. So now, it's main event time. You guys have been awful quiet in the chat tonight. We're riding like a 19, 20 viewer hype. You guys are enjoying yourselves. I'm glad you guys are having a good time. If you enjoy MECW, make sure that you smash that follow button so you don't miss a single time we're online live and streaming. Right here from the mothership, if you will, at MECW Control Towers. Kevin, it's main event time. It's dream match time. The phenomenal AJ Styles takes on the Macho Man Randy Savage in our main event tonight. I want you guys in the chat, if this match ever did happen in real life, if we brought a time machine and the Macho Man came back, who do you think would win the match? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna get some chats going tonight. Damn it. So Kevin, while Kevin's pulling up the feed back to Phoenix, aka I gotta pull the theme songs up. Let's think. I mean, the Macho Man, they had that train wreck of a promo tonight. I mean, the Macho Man said bruh. Like, bruh. Really? Like the Macho Man? That was quite out of character, I must say. Look at that 20 viewer hype for our main event tonight. And just wait, after the main event of MECW, we're going live to Minneapolis, Minnesota for the first episode of North Star Championship Wrestling. Now the affiliate of MECW. But it's main event time. Kevin's telling me it's time to go live. They're getting ready for our main event. Back out to Phoenix. Well, he did have a rap album. That's very true. It's very true. Maybe that's where Randy Savage learned it, was the rap album. Who listened to the Macho Man's rap album? I had it on loop for years, really. I mean, Be a Man, Hogan. Are You Ready? Clearly a song made for Bonesaw, by the way. I'm stalling. The feed it's you see the circle. It's loading. We're sending the feed back to Phoenix. It's going as fast as our dial-up internet can here in the mothership, the MECW Control Tower. Thankfully, our internet's a little bit better than what it is in Minneapolis, because we all know what happened the last time there. All right, we're ready to roll. Back to Phoenix for our main event. right, here we go. It's main event time. Let's do it. Randy Savage pushes AJ into the corner. Ref looking for a clean break. He's not going to get it. Macho Man very aggressive right now. Macho pushes AJ back into the corner again. Look at that. We're the #2 WWE stream right now. How about that? Second night back with MECW. We're riding high at #2 right now. Macho Man with a nice flip. Macho Man not pulling any punches here. He wants to be the one that takes on The Miz in the main event of our very first pay-per-view. 3 weeks from tonight. Savage grabs the neck of AJ, wringing it out. He's not giving AJ a chance to breathe here. Hits an atomic drop. Knocks Styles down. Styles looking for a breather. Macho Man taunting the crowd here, playing it up a little bit. Styles uses that as his advantage, hits an arm drag. Ricky Steamboat would be proud. AJ with a forearm, follows it up, whips Savage into the ropes, slides under. Hurricane Rana. How about the match right now? Holy smokes, this is awesome. AJ, another whip into the ropes. Went for the drop kick. Macho Man had it scouted. Ducks out of the way. AJ follows it up with a big clothesline though, and now Savage needs a breather. He's rolling to the outside. AJ not giving him a chance though, knocks him off the apron. I think Macho hit the back of his head on the guardrails back there. Now the ref begins with the count of 1. These two guys, we can't afford a count out here. We can't afford a count out or a disqualification. I guess that would mean that The Miz would automatically win the title, right? The referee's at a count of 4. Thank you for the follow, my friend. I appreciate it. Savage whips Styles back into the ropes. Big back elbow. We passed the 20 viewer high. Thank you so much, everybody. Styles with the big neck breaker over the knee. Styles might be setting up for, looks like a pinfall attempt here. 1, 2. Gets a 2 count. Styles can't believe it. Styles maybe looking for Styles Clash? No, goes for a power bomb on the Macho Man. Unbelievable. AJ deceptively strong despite his size. Now he sets the Macho Man up in the ropes. And he throws Macho Man outside. He's going to look for a dive. Styles goes to the floor. Oh my goodness. They're throwing out all the stops to try to become the MECW World Heavyweight Champion. Savage with a big uppercut. Hits an elbow. This might be the greatest match I've ever simmed in my entire life. I'm not going to lie right now. I'm super hyped because this match has been amazing. Holy crap. Savage with AJ on the floor. Double axe to the back of AJ. Now he's going to send Styles back into the ring. Savage picks up AJ. Big knee to the gut. Follows it up with an atomic drop. Savage can't follow up though. It's already taken a lot out of him in this match. Savage is going for the pile driver. That's what put away Stunning Steve last week. Is that enough to put away AJ? Looks like Savage is going to set up for the big elbow. No, maybe not. It's going to go for a cover first. 1. Only a 1 count? Holy crap, Savage can't believe that. That's almost an insult. Savage goes for the Russian leg sweep. Now he's going to go for the elbow off the top. Macho Man points to the heavens and he rains down with the big elbow. Is that enough to put AJ Styles away? Savage with the cover. 1, 2. AJ kicks out in 2. What a match. Holy cow, this might be the best match in MECW history right now. Savage Went for the arm drag, but gets the reversal. AJ goes for a quick cover, trying to catch Macho off guard. Only gets a 1 count, though. Now Styles with the advantage. A big elbow to the head. He picks up Savage. Maybe going for that neck breaker off the knee again. If I were Styles, I'd be going for a quick cover. He picks up Savage, though. Savage with the reversal. Back and forth we go. Savage goes for a quick pinfall. Maybe try to catch AJ off guard again. Only a 1 count. Gonna need a lot more than that to put AJ away. Savage goes for the nose. Styles punch to the ribs to try to break that up. Whip into the ropes. Oh, they run into each other. Styles, I think they headbutted each other. Styles quickly gained the advantage. Styles clash off the headbutt. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and AJ Styles picks up the victory. What a match. I think Styles, Macho Man whipped Styles into the ropes and they collided heads. Look at that plancha by AJ. And then Styles had enough wherewithal to put the Styles Clash on Savage. And just like that, AJ Styles and The Miz is your main event for MECW's first ever pay-per-view 3 weeks from tonight. Savage went for the elbow. There is no shame here for the Macho Man. What a match, everybody. Styles with the kick out there. Styles followed it up with that big neck breaker off the knee. And we didn't get the clip of the end. We might try to roll the footage back here again if Kevin can get the cameras dialed up. See if we can happen what happened there at the very end. But AJ Styles picks up another huge victory. So there you go. In our main event of our first ever pay-per-view, it'll be AJ Styles against The Miz for the MECW World Heavyweight title. What a show. Let's go take a look at the highlight reels real quick. See if Kevin caught that. I think he just caught the neck breakers. I'm going to save that clip. I'm going to need him for future references. There was the pile driver by Savage. Another pile driver. I'm going to save that elbow drop too. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Kevin is going to save all these. This is Kevin right now, going through the cameras and saving the replays here. What a show. What a main event. I'm going to save that Styles Clash too. I need some highlight reel footage for pre-shows and stuff, so I'm going to save some of that up. We're almost riding 30 viewer hype right now. This is fucking crazy. You guys are awesome. So there you go. The second episode of MECW is in the books. Let me know what you guys thought in the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10 for the second episode of MECW. Let's go through the rundown real quick. The Miz came out and said basically that he's the man. And he's going to take MECW to new heights it's never seen. Which he pretty well did do just that. Stunning Steve Austin had a very hard time putting away the MECW Performance Center graduate, Vin Vegas. But he finally pulled out the victory. He then proceeded to call out the Macho Man in what was very, very strange promo. But I'm just being told now that MECW matchmakers are confirming at MECW's first ever pay-per-view, simply entitled Champion, Stunning Steve Austin will take on the Macho Man Randy Savage in a one-on-one rematch from their MECW World Heavyweight Title Tournament match last week. Greg the Hammer Valentine pulled out another victory as he defeated Jimmy Jam Garvin in Jimmy Jam's debut here in MECW to try to defend his son Daryl. Daryl really didn't have much to do in that match. The Miz made good on his word as he defeated Sting after that brutal knee to the face. I have been told Sting does in fact have a concussion and may be out of action for the next couple weeks. So hopefully we will have more of an update next week for MECW on the condition of Sting. But you guys saw Sting. He took that knee right square on the jaw, right where it could knock you out. Sting was not moving the whole time the Miz was celebrating. So hopefully we'll have more of an update next week on Sting's condition, maybe more of a time frame of how long he'll be out of action. But with that, the Miz moves on to MECW champion, where he will take on the phenomenal AJ Styles to decide who is the first MECW World Heavyweight Champion. Darren Young and also Rhino made their debut. On the very last moment, Darren Young caught the flight here to Phoenix. And I've already lost my train of thought. Impressive. That was the word I was looking for. In a very impressive fashion, picks up the win over Rhino. And in an all-time classic main event, like I'm going to have to clip this thing and save it for future reference. The phenomenal AJ Styles picks up a huge victory over the Macho Man Randy Savage. So there you go. MECW is in the books. But that's not all tonight, folks. We got more in store. You see, Main Event Championship Wrestling jumped in on a little minor promotion called North Star Championship Wrestling based off of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And Matt Starr's personally, myself, I am personally floating the bill for this show tonight. So now, the live feed, we're going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Kevin's switching the feeds here. Apparently we have 2 matches tonight. It's a 2-match show in Minneapolis here in North Star. We've got the North Star heavyweight champion, Zack Ryder. He's going to be in action in a non-title contest against Tommaso Ciampa. And in your main event, it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match as Neville takes on Roderick Strong. Why is there only 2 matches? That makes no sense. Well, I mean, I floated the bill, so whatever. Let's get this show on the road here. It's time to go to amateur hour. If you guys are new to the channel and you haven't already, make sure that you smash that follow button so you don't miss a single time we are online live and streaming. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight, every Sunday night for MECW. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Put a lot of hard work time. Look at the pyro. North Star has a pyro explosion now, thanks to me. Look at the job Kevin Dunn did. Look at the job Kevin did getting this warehouse, this dirty dungeon of a warehouse in Minneapolis ready for North Star Championship Wrestling. They had pyro, they had video screens, they got a new ring, they got a new logo. But up first, we got the North Star Heavyweight Champion, Zack Ryder. He won the title last week in a Battle Royal. And he's going to take on Tommaso Ciampa. up next, right here on North Star Championship Wrestling. Can't believe it only booked 2 matches on the show. I thought I had a decent enough size. I put like the 15 people Truck has on his roster, but for whatever reason, it just no, no. We're gonna book 2 matches tonight. I didn't download the title. I don't think I downloaded. I don't remember if I downloaded the title or not. I can't remember. We're improvising a lot here. So MECW presents North Star Championship Wrestling from this dungeon warehouse in Minneapolis. It's snowing outside. There's like oh, I did put the title on it.
Tell me everything you know. I like to sing with the radio. I like to play it real loud. I like to drive with the top down, rolling like thunder, always drawing a crowd. Every babe's gonna want a piece of me. Yeah. I stare into the mirror. I like the things I see. Oh, radio, tell me everything you know.
All right. So, look at Tommaso Ciampa immediately hitting Ryder. Ryder, I think, maybe underestimated Tommaso Ciampa a little bit here. So, Kevin, good job done. I mean, we only had 2 days to get this warehouse ready for North Star Championship Wrestling. New look, new logo, not too shabby. Definitely some room to grow. But I guess now North Star will be kind of used as an affiliate, as a maybe like a developmental territory for MECW. I could definitely see Vin Vegas being here if he doesn't get booked next week on MECW. Look at Ryder. Big senton onto Ciampa there. Zack Ryder kind of surprised everybody when he won that Battle Royal last week. Became the first North Star heavyweight champion. Ciampa, face plant. What a sick move by Ciampa there. I think a lot of people were definitely impressed with Vin Vegas tonight. Going up against a vet like Stunning Steve and definitely gave Steve a hard time. Just like Ciampa's giving Zack Ryder a hard time here. Ciampa's looking around, wondering what he's going to do next. He's going up to the middle rope. He's waiting for Ryder. What's this going to be? Ciampa. Oh, wow. What the hell happened there? I think that did not go very well for either guy. Ciampa was definitely looking for something. Looked like the back of his head hit the back of Ryder's leg. Ryder knocks Ciampa off. Now they're fighting out on the floor. Look at that. They got at least they put floor mats out, you know. They found the old gym mats. Oh, Ryder sends Ciampa into the guardrails. Follows it up with a big leg drop. Ryder with the double underhooks into a power bomb. Referee at a 5 count. Ryder still stomping on Ciampa here. Referee at a count of 6. Ciampa with a big drop kick. Referee might be at 8. Oh, Ciampa throws Ryder back into the ring. Back and forth we go. Ryder whips Ciampa in the ropes. They shrug each other off there. Ciampa snaps Ryder down. Decides to work the arm a little bit. The crowd now getting behind Ryder, chanting, "Let's go Ryder." Zach sets up Ciampa with a tornado DDT. He picks up Ciampa, whips him into the corner. Ciampa goes face first. Ryder turns him around. Ciampa catches the leg though. Went for a big boot, missed. Ryder looking to capitalize. Whips Ciampa into the ropes again, stomps on him. He's setting up for the broski boot. Usually the setup to the Rough Rider. That's exactly what he's going for. Ryder now. Rough Rider onto Ciampa. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Ciampa kicks out at 2. Ciampa looking to maybe put himself in that title picture. Be the next contender for the North Star Heavyweight Championship. Ryder off the top. Hits a big missile drop kick. And goes up and celebrates. I wouldn't be celebrating, just hit a vicious drop kick. I'd be going for a cover. That's what I'd be doing. Follows it up with a leg drop though. Ciampa went for a belly-to-belly. Ryder wrung his ears a little bit. Ciampa back out to the outside. Ryder back out, in and out we've gone. We've gone outside the ring 3 or 4 times now at this point. Big drop kick to the face by Ryder. Ciampa whips Ryder back into the ring. Ryder going to set up for another broski boot. Hits him right square in the side of the head. Probably another Rough Rider here. Oh, Ciampa with a reversal. Drags him down with the jawbreaker. Ryder, gut buster to Ciampa. Damn, I'm gonna need something to drink. My voice is already good. This is why I can only do MECW once a week. My voice is getting terrible again. What's up, Ben Pact? Long time no see, my friend. Ryder with the Rough Rider goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Zack Ryder picks up the victory. So the North Star Heavyweight Champion gets another huge victory as he celebrates his win. Look at Ciampa. Ciampa standing up. Looks like we might have a good showing of sportsmanship here. Ciampa extends the hand, and he shakes the hand. Excellent matchup. That's what we like to see here in our developmental territory. So Zack Ryder stands tall as the North Star champion. We're doing pretty good. We've had an excellent show tonight. Zack Ryder lost 6 in Prideful. Gained 2 in Bold, though. Ciampa gained 6 in Prideful, 5 in Respect. 3.5 stars. Solid matchup. But now it's North Star main event time. Since, you know, the game is bugged and it only booked 2 matches tonight. Neville will take on Roderick Strong in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Hopefully this doesn't break the game, because we all know how it we like to break games around here. So it's main event time. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the show tonight. MECW was on fire tonight. Man, I tell you what. It's so good to be back doing Universe again. And the game actually work. Unlike the last couple of years where it's been a broken piece of dog shit. So, Universe is going well so far. Let's get into this main event. I'll kind of ramble on about how I feel about 2K18 so far. Alright, so, how I'm feeling about 2K18. I'll tell you what, guys, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm enjoying WWE 2K18. I don't think I've been able to say that about a wrestling game in about 3 years. Every problem that I had was fixed with the patch they released like 3 days ago. Like, I can't believe it. Like, Universe mode is working like it's supposed to. The sims are awesome. Like, how awesome was our AJ Styles Macho Man sim tonight? Holy shit, that match was like the best simulated match I've had in a long time. I was marking out during it, okay? So we'll try to focus our attention back to Roderick Strong against Neville here in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Did I see TLC? I did see TLC, and it was pretty solid. Truck, what were you thinking during the main event? What was that main event, by the way? That had to be so confusing for the live audience. I can't imagine. It was incredible. It was all over the place. Oh, Neville! Oh my goodness, dumps Roderick to the floor. I think we're gonna play some Fortnite after this. If all 15 of you want to hang out after MECW and North Star are done here, I'm going to stream Fortnite after this, at least for a little bit, probably. At least as long as my voice holds out. So if you guys would all like to hang out with me after that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Sunday night has become my official stream night, so I'm going to focus at least on Sunday nights for the stream. And as I get through the busiest part of my work year, hopefully I can expand on that and go more nights during the week. I might experiment, try to start streaming in the afternoon. I don't know if that would work better for anybody. It would work better for me. Everyone around me kept thinking Kane was going to switch over and help the Shield, but he's really just going rogue and doing his own thing. That's pretty much what happened. Can't believe we got to keep Kane strong in 2017, right? Man running for political office kills person in dumpster. That should... If I were Kane's political opponent in Tennessee, I would run that clip every day. Do you want to vote for a man who killed someone with a dumpster? Roderick goes for a cover on the floor here. Neville with a chin, oh my god, a reverse Hurricane Rana. Holy crap, on the floor no less. Neville goes for the cover. Why does the ref keep going to the other side of the ring? 1, 2, only a 2 count. Where's the ref going? Referee, where did you go? Why is there a cord in the middle of the shot here? We can only make the warehouse look so good here for North Star. There's this gigantic cord. Is this a cord for the camera? Neville's got the submission locked in. Can't get Roderick to submit though. It's a noose. Why is there a noose in the arena? It is a noose. Holy shit. Why is there a noose hanging? What happened in this warehouse before this show happened? What the fuck? That is totally a noose. Right in the shot. Are you kidding me? Kevin, what are we doing here? What is happening? Why is there a noose in my shot? What happened in this warehouse before this show? Oh my goodness. A reverse Hurricane Rana again. This show has gone completely off the rails. The noose just stole the show. Well, you know, we got this building on the cheap, so that might explain it. They really did say, don't ask any questions whenever we said that we wanted to run the building for a night. 2 matches and a noose. Oh, on the guardrail. Why in the world did 2K put a noose in this warehouse and make it in the camera shot? Like, there it is again. Roderick might be setting up for a backbreaker here. He picks up Neville, hits the backbreaker with the knees. Neville kicks out at 2 though. I'm still curious. I want to know why this noose is in this arena. Can you hang somebody in the game? I'm pretty sure that's not PG. Oh, there's a light. Can we get shit out of the shot? Kevin, there's a fucking light in the shot. What is this, amateur hour? Gotta work with what you got, I guess, right? That would be murder, Matt. The Undertaker totally did it once to the Big Boss Man. That wasn't murder. He came back the next night. Roderick with another backbreaker onto the guardrail. As this light is... I can't see shit now. Thanks. Light. Oh my god, seriously? This light's just gonna be here? Okay, that's cool. Roderick, the light's still in the shot. Only a 2 count. Yep, that light's just gonna... that light's just gonna keep hanging in that shot. I want to take a couple things back that I said about 2K18 earlier. Actually, I can't take it back. This is amazing. This is as amateur hour as it gets. Look, right in the middle, like we can't see what's happening because this fucking light is right in, like, look. You can't see half of it. You are so awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I try. I really do. Look what I have to work with here. A fucking light in my shot. I can't call the action. We're in bumblefuck Minnesota. It's fucking like set. Oh my god. Oh, Neville is the Flash. Oh, I didn't know we were watching a battle of Flash versus the Reverse Flash. Oh man, woo! Oh, Roderick hits a backbreaker. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, and it's all over. Oh damn. The real winner is the noose, the light, and the Reverse Flash. Oh man, woo! When Neville, can I get a highlight of Neville going for the cover and then both just shaking uncontrollably like they were fighting the Flash? What a night. The next North Star Championship Wrestling show is going to be called The Noose, The Light, and The Reverse Flash. Woo! Damn. Can I get a highlight? Please let the highlight show that. Please. You're the best channel on Twitch. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. There's a lot of channels on Twitch. Oh. If somebody thinks I'm the best, at least I'm doing something right, right? Oh, we missed the highlights. Darn the luck. Come on. Come on, Kevin. Please have gotten that shot. They just... So a Falls Count Anywhere match is basically they just fight outside the entire time. Like they make no attempt of going back into the ring. There's so many replays. Please, I want the Yes, please, 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 please. Please cover him. No, that's not it. Dang it. That was the match winner. Ah, it didn't save it. Darn the luck. Oh, whew. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Oh, that's going to be a channel highlight for sure. Damn, when they just started vibrating like that. Oh, man. Woo! Alright, guys. That wraps up. We got 20 viewer hype going right now. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to turn the stream off for a moment. If you guys are watching on Twitch, stay tuned just a moment. I'm going to switch over to Fortnite. I've been playing that game a lot. I really enjoy that game. For those of you that just watch WWE stuff, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. If you're watching on PS Share, you can find me on Twitch at Main Event Star. the main event of North Star never disappoints. That's for damn sure. You can follow me, I believe, on PlayStation now. You can actually follow somebody and see everything they do. So you can follow me on there. You can also follow me on Twitch at Main Event Star. If you guys would like to subscribe to the channel, support what I'm doing with MECW, I have a blast doing it. I hope you guys have a blast with it as well. Subscribing is never necessary. I have a full-time job. I do this for fun on the side, just to entertain myself and for you guys. You can hit that subscribe button for $4.99 a month, or you can just follow the channel. That's free and that's fun too. You can get a free subscription to any channel on Twitch with a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime account. So you get that one free channel subscription. But I am going to switch over to Fortnite here in a minute. I hope all of you guys will hang out with me. I'm going to try to stream till about 2 o'clock in the morning tonight. We're going to go switch over to Fortnite, see if we can get a W in solos. So for those of you that only tune into the WWE stuff, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Make sure that you smash that follow button, and we will see you guys next time. I will be back in like 5 minutes.